We are now joined by number 3 ranked UFC light heavyweight Glover Teixeira. Our first question goes to Mike Bond with USA Today.
Hey Glover, just how does it feel to be on fight week for this fight with Tiago? Third time's the charm here.
Amazing, man. I'm just glad to be here, and it's been a long camp, long waiting for this fight, and finally here. I'm very happy.
Yeah, and of course you're not a super young guy anymore. When you talk about the long camp, what kind of adjustments do you have to make sure you came into this fight week fresh still?
What are you talking about? My grandfather say I'm really young. Now, the camp is amazing, man. I adjust to the camp in the way, listening to my body and a lot of help from the PI. The UFC is at a different level now. Um, all the help they've been giving us, and it's just been amazing camp.
Glad to hear it. And obviously, need to kind of talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people thought this was going to be a title eliminator just until this past Saturday when UFC announced that Israel Adesanya was going to be going up to 205. How did you feel about that news and kind of maybe taking a little bit of the steam off what this fight means for the division?
Man, I'm focused on things that I can control. Focus on the right and the present moment right now, and this fight is like 3 days away. So not really care what's going on over there. Not that I don't really care. Like really, it's like it's out of my control. So um, as a fan, I'm gonna watch the fight, Adesanya and Blokovic, but it's not something in my control.
And you mentioned things that are within your control. We kind of asked Tiago the same questions earlier, and he said that the UFC hasn't made this fight 100% official. Contracts aren't signed. He feels he can go in there and deliver a performance that would sway the momentum for a title shot back. Do you feel the same way? Something within your control, putting on a performance that maybe gets that conversation back on your side?
Yeah, definitely. It's everything's possible. So we gotta focus on the fight, and with the title fight, we see what happens, man. Yes, the great performance could be put right there in title challenge.
Yeah, and last thing for me, what do you think you have to do to beat Tiago on Saturday?
Just be myself, man. Be focused all the time, and and not sleep a second, and do what I did in training. Um, Not playing around with these guys, and keep the pressure on him, and finish this fight.
Thanks, man.
Our next question is from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cape Press.
Hey Glover, can you talk about how it helped having that extra time to prepare for Tiago? I mean, do you work on more strategy? Do you just drill some more? What do you do when you get that extra few weeks?
Yeah, drill. We get close to the fight. The first time, I got tested was right a week before the fight, so we have to step back, take a couple of days off, relax, and get back in the camp drilling. Um, my weight is down, so I look at the positive side of the thing. So it was a delayed fight. It was a long camp, but I make the best out of it.
Without giving too much away, we know he's obviously coming off those big injuries and the layoff for his legs, for his knees. Is it safe to say that some leg kicks are going to be part of your strategy during the fight?
Everything is possible, man. I train everything. Just gotta keep the pressure on him, and for me, it's like it's not much to give. Everybody knows the style. I go for the ground, I go for my wrestling, I go for my striking, and the kick is there. Definitely gonna kick. It's not about no, I did not make a strategy going for his knee because I think this is the weak thing. I feel like it's a different. To be honest, I don't think the knee is gonna affect him too much nowadays. With knowing Thiago a little bit, I know he's focused. He's did the physiotherapy the right way, and he's gonna be 100%.
My final question, everyone talking about, Adesanya and Jan and when it might be. How would you feel about possibly being a backup? Do you feel like that would be something you'd be interested in if they say, hey, come to Abu Dhabi or somewhere and weigh in just in case?
Why not? You know, they pay me, I'll go over there, man, make that weight for sure. But like to be honest, like I'm not worried about it too much right now. I'm just focused on Thiago and getting out of this fight, and who knows what happen next.
Thank you, Glover.
We'll take our next question from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey Glover, this run you've been on recently, 4-fight win streak, really looking better than ever. Is it kind of give me the idea, like what's been the motivation? You're a guy who's been a top 5, top 10 fighter your entire UFC career, but it seems like you've never lost that motivation where you do see some guys and some girls, they fight for the title, they never quite get back there again, they never quite, attain that. Here you are now, one win away potentially from a title shot again.
Yeah, man. Just keep the dream going. Keep never give up. And me, I'm the kind of guy that been ups and down, but I'm always there and trying to reach my dream. That's the goal is to get that title. And I don't know, just never give up and trying to get better every time. Learn with the mistakes.
And obviously, you're fighting Thiago Santos. You got the new champion in Jan Blachowicz, who is out. Obviously, John Jones is gone from the division, at least for now. What are your thoughts on kind of the lay of the land at light heavyweight right now? Like, what are your thoughts on Jan and your thoughts on like where we sit in the light heavyweight division right now?
I think Jan he improved a lot in the last couple of years, man. He's like he did amazing fight. I love the style that he fight. I think it's a good matchup for me. Um, I was rooting for him against Reyes, but I thought I mean rooting for him, but I thought it was gonna be a difficult fight for him, and I thought Reyes was gonna win. That was before the fight. That was before I watched the first minute of the fight, and then I watched the first minute of that fight, and I was like, Lakovic's gonna be the champion.
And with Thiago, you got a guy who, we kind of know him as a power striker, kind of a knockout artist, but he did manage to, make it 5 rounds with a guy like John. Went to a split decision with him. What do you expect out of Thiago? Are you kind of looking for that, him swinging big, heavy punches, kind of going for the knockout, or what do you expect out of him?
No doubt, he's gonna be explosive. He's gonna throw shot explosive. Just gotta be smart about that. We train a lot and those stuff. Those leg kick, those kick is the most dangerous that he have, and he's explosive guy. But it's all it is my experience and my push, and I'm also got the knockout power. So if he's open up, I'll get him.
And last thing, Glover, you mentioned, you can't really control what the UFC is going to do in terms of the title shot, and your focus is Thiago. But is there any, I don't say frustration or maybe disappointment Adesanya thing came out, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, as opposed to maybe after this fight? Because again, if you go out there and you get a big knockout, people are probably going to be calling for you to get that title shot. Versus now we got kind of this distraction of the whole Adesanya thing. Like, is it disappointing that came out before your fight versus maybe making that decision afterwards?
Not yet, not yet. I'm not disappointed yet. Didn't happen yet. Everything's possible. We see after this fight, we go over there and make some noise. I never really talk too much shit, but if I have to do a little bit to promote this fight and take Alessandro out of there and get the title fight, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, um, get it back in the 185 division. That's easy.
Thank you, Glover.
We'll take our next question from Patrick Brokowski with TVP Sport.
Oh, Glover, can you hear me?
Huh?
Hi. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Glover, I'd like to ask, we have a few fighters in the UFC right now who are making this, who are thriving at the late stage of their careers. We have you, we have Jan Błachowicz, who won the title at age 37. We have Overeem in heavyweight. What's the key of your success to thrive at this stage of your career?
I think the focus, man. People have been more focused now, and then just listening and guys that wanted to be the champion and guys that really wanted to be in the sport and got to give all the way. The sport is growing. The sport is getting better and better all the time. So reality is like more focus. This is the thing. I think. Focus, never give up, and you keep training and keep believing.
Okay. What do you think about the shape of the light heavyweight division right now when John moved up and we are talking about Easy coming up? Is it more interesting right now or was it better or gain more attention when John was dominant champion?
I think it's more interesting right now. John Jones is moving to heavyweight. And Blachowicz just won the title. He's a new guys in the horizon, and these new guys to look at it. Looking for John Jones for so many years, and now he's a different guy.
Okay, and the last question from me. Just hypothetically, if Easy really moves up to light heavyweight, how do you think he will compete? Because we have few guys like Thiago Santos, like Antonio Smith from middleweight who are thriving in the bigger division. But on the other hand, we also have former champions like Weidman, Rockhold, who weren't big enough or strong enough to have success.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Izzy is definitely a very good fighter. Moves a lot, and but heavyweight division, you're gonna fight. Light heavyweight division, you're gonna fight the Blachowicz, man. Power is definitely different. But he fought a powerful guy, but we'll see what happens. I think if he fights Blachowicz, he's gonna lose.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck on Saturday.
Welcome.
We'll take our last set of questions from Luiz Fernando Coutinho with Canal Encarada.
Tudo bem?
Good.
Então, Globo, eu sei que você já respondeu algumas coisas em inglês, mas eu preciso ouvir suas respostas em português também, público brasileiro. Primeiro, eu queria saber do teu encontro com o Marreta, né? A gente viu um vídeo que circulou na internet, o seu encontro estava pegando sol ali, e foi muito interessante que ao mesmo tempo que você falou da luta, né, que acha que um dos dois vai cair, a luta não chega no quinto round, foi uma troca de respeito muito legal. Fala um pouquinho desse encontro, e você gosta de ser tratado, ser reconhecido pelo público como um exemplo de cara que é respeitoso, mas não necessariamente quer dizer que você vai pegar leve na luta?
Todo mundo sabe como que eu luto, respeito, isso é parte da disciplina de arte marcial. Eu estava falando com ele que alguns repórteres distorcem as nossas mensagens, cara. Eu acho que eu li uma coisa que eu nem estou lembrado agora, mas que eu não falei, não tem nada a ver com o que eu falei. Eles botam no topo lá para vender, você entendeu? Mas eu, Marreta, conheço eles, entendeu? Não preciso de ficar aqui promovendo a luta. E eu só estava falando com ele que às vezes com certeza eu acredito que um vai cair espero que ele, acredito que ele, mas assim, isso é uma coisa que é normal, ele com certeza está acreditando que vai conseguir me vencer, isso é normal para qualquer lutador, mas teve uma coisa que eu li aí, eu não estou lembrado agora, mas umas coisas que é distorcida pelos jornalistas. Eu acho que talvez principalmente pelos jornalistas brasileiros, não sei. Pelo menos é o que eu mais vejo, né? Talvez porque eu leio mais as notícias em português, mas, pô, isso é muito chato, porque você não fala uma coisa, os caras têm o gravador aí e fala uma coisa totalmente diferente. Simplesmente isso que eu estava falando.
E Glover, por que que você acha que essa luta não chega no quinto round? Analisando o casamento do estilo dos dois, como é que você vê essa luta acontecendo?
Ah, você vê pelo estilo de luta do Marreta, meu estilo de luta, dois caras que buscam finalização. A finalização que eu falo é tirar dali, né? O nocaute, o TKO, ou finalização mesmo, para sair, vou tirar logo dali e não deixar nas mãos dos juízes.
E Glover, queria saber qual foi tua reação quando você viu o Dana White anunciando, né, que o Adesanya vai enfrentar o Blachowicz na próxima disputa de cinturão. Qual que foi tua reação? Você acha justo? O que que você achou disso?
Estou focado nessa luta, acho que isso foi. Eu vi isso, acho que foi, sei lá, acho que foi 2, 3 dias atrás. Mas eu já estava muito focado nessa luta e vou continuar focado e não preocupo nisso, que é coisa que não está no meu controle.
O Marreta disse que dependendo do que acontecer nessa luta, o Dana White pode mudar de ideia. Você concorda que vencendo de uma forma expressiva, o Dana White esquece essa ideia de Adesanya nos meio pesados?
Sempre, tudo pode acontecer, claro, tá certo ele.
E levando em consideração as características físicas do Adesanya, que você já viu dele como lutador, como é que você acha que ele se sai na divisão de vocês?
Ah, Ale, cara, eu acho que pelo poder, pelo que eu vi o Blachowicz lutando aí, eu acredito que ele pode ser nocauteado, sim. Eu acho que ele vai perder essa luta, se ele lutar Blachowicz. Mas até porque que ele não entra, não faz entrada de quedas ou nada, vai querer fazer o strike com ele. Mas o Adesanya com certeza é um lutador top, um lutador muito inteligente e vai ser uma luta dura.
E por último, eu queria te pedir que você deixasse sua mensagem para o público brasileiro, né? Não sei se você já notou isso, mas sua luta contra o Marreta é uma luta que está atraindo muitas atenções do público brasileiro, porque são dois caras muito queridos pelo público. Então, qual que é a mensagem que você deixa para a galera?
É isso aí, galera. A gente respeita um ao outro. Eu conheço o Marreta, eu até falei com ele há um tempo atrás, quando ele passou para a categoria meio pesado, estava lutando na categoria 84 ainda. Uma força lá falando assim, motivando, né? Falando que ele vai ser um grande lutador. E realmente ele foi, lutou com o John Jones, mas essa luta vai ser uma batalha, vai ser uma guerra. E espero eu sair com a vitória aí. Estou muito bem treinado para isso e muito confiante.
Valeu, Glover. Obrigado.
Nada.
That's all the time we have for you today, Glover. Thank you.